We are joined by SNY.TV's Ted Berg and Lori Rubinson. Another great outing by Oliver Perez tonight. So, Lori, what do you expect from Ollie the rest of the way here?
Every start's going to be great. No, it's not, of course. But he's still crazy, Ollie. But really, when you look at it, look at his last 6 starts. He's gone 6 innings or more and given up a total of 6 runs, Jonas. So, you know what? Even in a year like last year where Ollie had 15 wins and an ERA 3.5, it was more like 2 good starts, 1 bad. Ted, we haven't seen a stretch quite this good from Ollie. I think he said it himself, he just seems so comfortable out there.
Lori, I really hope that's true, but I'm not sure I quite believe it yet. I mean, Oliver Perez, his entire career has been so marked by inconsistency. You can say we haven't seen a stretch of 6 games so far, but his entire 2004 he was dominant, and then 2005 he came back and was miserable. You know, I think, inconsistency is just as much a part of his game as jumping over that foul line when he's done, and it's going to take a lot more than 6 starts to
you know what? I know we're going to see some bad outings, but every pitcher has a bad outing. I'll tell you what, guys, I think also Scott Boras is in his ear, and Ollie now can also taste that contract. And that's a good time as any, as good a time as any to start getting focused.
And you know what? Jerry Manuel is in his ear as well, even though he's taken now the top foot off the dugout when it comes to Oliver Perez. Let's talk Aaron Heilman for a second. He was lights out tonight, pitching 2 innings, struck out 4, gave up no runs. Ted, with Heilman back on track here, do the Mets actually need more bullpen help?
No, I don't think so, Jonas. I think, there's a lot of talk about adding bullpen arms at the deadline, and Laura and I think we agree that bullpen arms always cost way too much at this point, and frankly, I don't think the Mets need it that badly. Sure, Sanchez has hit a rough stretch, Joe Smith has hit a rough stretch. I think it's unfortunate that they came at the same time, but if you look at Heilman's stats for his career, he's always been a much better pitcher in the second half, at least since he's been a reliever, and I think this is the type of unit that's going to come together.
Well, I'll tell you what, we agree that unfortunately it's usually highway robbery at the deadline to get a reliever, but do they need that? We disagree. I think the Mets absolutely need a reliever. Duaner Sanchez to me looks like a guy who's tired and spent. I was in the Mets clubhouse a couple days ago. He looks tired to me, and he's got an ERA that's about 7 since the All-Star break, over 7. Pedro Feliciano's ERA I think is over 20 since the All-Star break. I think this bullpen, if they could have one other arm that would somehow, pitch that 8th and stabilize things, everybody slots in. But without Sanchez, Jonas, I worry about this bullpen.
All right, many people do. Lori and Ted, hang tight. We're coming back to you guys in just a few minutes.